I'd say as recently as 5 to 10 years ago, sustainability and the problem of marine plastics and ocean health weren't on my radar. But based on my involvement with the Volvo Ocean Race and this team specifically, it's something that I've educated myself on. And once you know the facts, it's hard not to change your habits.
We're trying to use this team and this race as a microphone to just, if nothing else, alert people to what's happening and the impact that we're all having every single day. You know, with plastic, it's this interesting material. It's designed to never break down, to never truly go away. So we make these products out of it, sometimes to use them for 5 or 10 seconds like a straw. But that material is going to exist in our world forever. And it breaks down into really small pieces, oftentimes below the surface of the water. We can't even see them, and that's really the problem. So we have to stop it at its source. We have to stop using this material. We need to find better materials to use, and we need to think about the way we design our products in a more circular economy fashion so that things have a longer life cycle, and we have to get away from this single-use idea.
I mean, plastic is not all bad. I mean, let's get serious, right? I mean, it's more single-use plastic that's bad, right? And the life cycle of a particular product. You know, the bad bit is when you take a plastic water bottle, drink it in 5 seconds, and then throw it in the recycling bin. I mean, what is the useful life of that product? Nothing. What did it take for you to ship that product there, manufacture that product, all for a 5-second life? You know, if you have a reusable plastic water bottle, you know that eliminates, who knows how many versions of what I just described. The marine debris at sea comes from a number of places. Most of it's land-based, some of it's referred to as leakage, and that comes off of tankers and ships at sea and fishing nets and containers and what have you. But most of it's a land-based problem, and oftentimes it is from poor waste management systems. You look at certain parts of the world and they don't have their economies are growing at a faster rate than their waste management systems, so a lot of the trash ends up in the ocean by default as marine debris, just from negligence and gravity, basically.
Predominantly, the majority of the debris we see is, near land in coastal areas, but we have seen things, thousands and thousands of miles from land. We saw huge fishing nets floating around that, must have washed off a ship somewhere. We see little bits of plastic, floating around, things from bags and other small little, disposable items. Every single person on this planet is having an impact, and when you put something in the waste bin, that doesn't mean it just disappears. That all goes somewhere, and it all goes downhill. So eventually, a lot of the waste that we have on land ends up in the ocean, and then that breaks down into smaller particulates, and that gets eaten by fish and other sea life, which then actually comes back into our bodies. So not only is it having an impact on the health of the ocean, but an impact on the health of us as human species.
The results of this problem may or may not be seen in my lifetime, but they'll most certainly be seen in the lifetime of my children. And as a father of two young kids, hopefully they have a long, prosperous life on this planet, and hopefully they don't have to deal with issues like marine debris, or more specifically global warming or sea level rise, or they're all interconnected. We have to show some serious change as individuals to have impactful change long term.
Charlie calls me an optimist. I believe that the glass is half full, so yes, I believe that we can have a substantially positive impact on the planet, and we can reverse all the things that we've done. I'm also realistic though. Plastic is everywhere. It's in all of our lives, and it's truly hard to get away from. I mean, all of us on this team have taken a strong stance and a commitment and a pledge to trying to eliminate plastic from our lives, but it really is hard. And but individually we can do a lot. If you think about the fact that every time you buy something, you're actually voting. You're supporting the use of plastic in that particular item.
Just to reduce our own personal plastic footprint, we always carry water bottles, we always carry coffee cups, we have our own wooden utensils, we tend to eat in instead of getting carry out as a way to reduce plastic waste. There's a number of different ways. Like our sunglasses are made from recycled fish nets, our toothbrushes are made of bamboo. I mean, every time you buy something, you vote. So you have to be conscious of the choice that you make.
Stay positive, and that collectively and individually and collectively, we can all make a big difference. and that we need to start doing it today. And you know, I'm a believer in the power of people and the power of change, and if we can all come together, you know, not just here in the Volvo Ocean Race, but you know, all the way around the world in every facet of life, we can all come together to just do a little bit better, we can have a big change.